Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are doing good today. We are here to discuss a few little transfers around the Bundesliga today. The main ones, as you guys can see, are on the thumbnail. And yeah, it'll be Nico Schulz, it'll be Halstenberg, and it will be Sabitzer. A couple big things that are going around the Bundesliga right now. I'm excited to talk about it. So hopefully you guys are doing well. I'll address the chat before we get going into my opinions on basically where this Dortmund team is going to go going forward with the defense, as well as we have a review that will come out after the watch along, which will come out after the preview. So, reverse order there. But we do have the usual all lined up: preview, watch along, and a review of the match. So without further ado, before I get into the different opinions, let's see how you guys are doing today. Luke Carrier, hope you're doing well, says Sabitzer to Bayern sucks. It's a good deal. It's a good deal for Bayern. It's exactly the type of deal Bayern are great at getting over the line. It's a deal that, unfortunately, was one that Dortmund were linked to. I still don't think that it was actually a player we needed. But the fact that he's now going to go to Bayern, potentially linking up with his former manager, Nagelsmann, isn't ideal. So, it's a good signing. It's a signing that I'm pretty confident Bayern will get done. Given the price tag, it's right up their alley, and probably the fact that Nagelsmann wants him. Super Swedes here, member on the channel. How you doing, my man? Says, yeah, unless we get 2 to 3 signings, pronto, we're not challenging for the league. Going to be top 3 again. Wasted opportunity. I will speak to that in a little bit because I have some positive remarks on the Halstenberg transfer that I will get through. Luke says that selling Nico is great, though. It is nice, especially if it means that we bring in Halstenberg. Am I early? Oscar, how you doing, my man? You were a little early. Producer T comes in and says, subscribe to show your support for JJD TV. We are almost at 5K. Yes, guys. So if you haven't dropped a like yet, please do so. Always appreciate it, as well as get us a step closer to 5K. Bro, Leipzig are scamming themselves in this way. Halstenberg is actually good. It is. All right, guys. Now it's time to discuss how I feel about it. So, the fact that we are linked to Halstenberg is a great thing. So I'm going to go on a very slow rant here that I'll probably say a few other times before people come in. But from what I'm reading, and big shout out to BVB News Blog, they put a post up earlier today, which was the whole reason why I really wanted to do this stream. And it was simple, it was cut, it was to the point, and it says, as soon as Nico Schulz leaves Borussia Dortmund, Marcel Halstenberg will move from Leipzig to Dortmund. And it was it was a yellow, like a pure yellow rumor, which means that it is very, very legitimate. And the source was LVZ. And yeah, so speaking of that, it seems very legitimate, but here is my opinion, guys. 1, getting Nico Schulz out of Dortmund is important for a couple of reasons. 1, it will bring in money to Borussia Dortmund, which we need. There is a decent sell-on value. If we can get anywhere between 10 and 15, take it. 100% take it. There should be some teams in the Bundesliga that are interested getting in a wing-back/left back. It also free up a little bit of wages, which is also nice. But the big thing, if we get Nico out, 1, that leaves us a spot open at left back, who's going to be the backup left back to Guerrero. And also, we need to address the center back position. Now, unfortunately, guys, we will not be signing Lacroix. We will not be signing St. Just. We will not be signing Demiral. Those are 3 big players that are linked to us. I kind of thought a loan deal would come in for Demiral. It obviously did not. He's going to Atalanta instead. So get ready for this. Yes, we brought in Mullen, the man that we want. But Halstenberg is a perfect signing. Sort of. In a realistic way, he is an answer to so many different things, and let me go through it now. So if Schulz leaves, that leaves us a little bit of light on the left back position, and it also, we need to address the center back. Halstenberg is someone who can come in and be a backup left back to Guerrero. And what did I say for a long time? I would like a left back to come in who's got more defensive awareness than Guerrero, because Guerrero is a very different left back than Halstenberg is. So that way, if we come up against systems where we may need a very defensive fullback, bang, right there. Halstenberg, better option than Nico Schulz would have been. On top of that, our man can play in a back 3 and a back 4 as center back. So that's 3 different positions that Halstenberg will be very useful from. He can come in and can play on the outside left center back with Akanji as outside right and Hummels through the middle. Nailed it. He can also play in a back 4 at any stretch on that left-hand side if we need it because we lack center back. So I know he's not the Lacroix we wanted. I know he's not the St. Juste that we wanted. He doesn't have a crazy amount of speed, but what he brings is complete versatility to this squad, and I'm all for it. If we can get Halstenberg in, he answers the center back position if we're not going to sign someone. Backup left back, defensive left back to Guerrero. And on top of that, he would come in on a dirt cheap transfer fee as well as low wages because he wants to come to Dortmund. So I'm absolutely all for the transfer 100%. And it gives us at least a little bit more depth in the center back and left back position. So let me know what you guys think of that in my points, and we'll get back to the comments now. But if we're able to get him in and flip Nico Schulz out, that's a huge win for me, just given the versatility and actually giving us an option at the center back position. So I'm desperate that it happens. And also, speaking to that, Leipzig would lose Halstenberg, and they may also lose Sabitzer, which is a huge L for them. Yeet has joined us and says, how do you feel about America officially being the 9th best team in the world according to FIFA rankings? Impressive for them. Impressive for them. We need a Meunier replacement. We do. I don't disagree. I just don't think we're going to get one. I hope that Hertha look to sign Schultz. I hope that they do too, Jordan. I don't know who he would be linked to. I could see a club like Hertha. I could see a club like Hoffenheim. Maybe Frankfurt. I'm trying to think of teams that can play with a back four and a back three. That's where I potentially see him go. Yeet here to abuse on Dortmund videos. We've come to an agreement. Yeet has been a good guy since coming back on the channel. It's always good to see him. He likes to ask a lot of American related question, but he's going to Gladbach. Hey, no surprise streams. You know it. You talking Canada on a Dortmund stream? I always can. I try to answer any questions that you guys have. 40 subs away from 4.5. We're getting there, man. 5K's fast approaching. What is the most important right now, wingers or defenders for Dortmund? In my opinion, Halstenberg is a vital one because I'm trying to be realistic, and every time I come on here and do a stream with you guys, I am trying to be as realistic as I can about people who can come in. There's been almost no rumors linking any wingers to Dortmund. There's been the odd center back signings. We had to flip bodies out. I'm telling you guys right now, if Schultz leaves and Halstenberg comes in, that's 2 birds with 1 stone. We still have left back depth. We finally can add a decent Bundesliga center back who can play in a back 3 and back 4. That's a win. So right now, if we can get the job done, bring in Halstenberg and then try some way, shape, or form to get a winger in. Kind of looking good with that shave, Josh. Appreciate it, my man. It's already growing back a little bit, but I like it. I like it. U.S. better than France. Is how deep did France drop? I don't remember. I think they're still above the States, aren't they? I think that we can do a loan swap with Schultz. Halstenberg can be a flop, and they'll be ready to swap loans to be safe. I know Dortmund will just sell Schultz and buy Halstenberg, but you know, I'm assuming that we would buy Halstenberg and that we would either sell or loan Schultz. That's my opinion. But I don't know. I don't think that Leipzig are interested in Schultz. I could see Schultz going to a mid-table team. But I'm hoping Dortmund are going to sell him, but they may have to deal with a loan to get Schultz out. But no one wants to buy Schultz because he earns over $5 million. It's an excellent point. And yeah, speaking to what our boy just said, it could be a loan. But you never know. If Schultz is willing to take a pay cut or someone's willing to give him a decent chunk of change, Hertha's got an okay amount of money, so that could be a look. But yeah, more than likely, we will buy Halstenberg and we'll either sell or loan out Schultz. What if we put Halstenberg right back? We won't. He's a lefty. He's a lefty. If anything, Akanji would maybe be pushed out to right back, but that's not an answer, guys. Unfortunately, right now, it's going to be Meunier for the season. He just needs to get obviously healthy again because he picked up COVID. But yeah, right now it's looking like Paslak will start our Pokal match. Man, it hurts to see Sabitzer go to Bayern. He's so underrated. It's true, but like I said, looking at the Sabitzer deal, I wanted to touch on it because, one, we were linked with Sabitzer. He wasn't the player we needed. We are stacked in the midfield, but the fact that we could have took him from Leipzig is a plus. But the big negative is the fact that Bayern is going to take him. So, yes, they weakened Leipzig, but they've really strengthened Bayern's midfield on top of the fact that he's got a great relationship with Nagelsmann, and they're going to get Sabitzer on a steal of a deal. So yeah, I mean, huge kudos if Bayern get this deal done because it's just an all-around great deal. I would like to see Klosterman, same benefits as Halstenberg, but younger and better. I absolutely agree. 100%. I would take Klosterman in a heartbeat. Issue is we can't afford him. So that's why I'm trying to come up here, guys, with realistic transfers that hit areas of need. Halstenberg is that for the reason that, A, he hopefully will get Edward Schultz, so he'll be that left back coverage, outside left center back coverage, huge for our back line. He is on cheap wages, and he's affordable. That is the only reason that Halstenberg could be a steal of a deal because, like I said, unfortunately, Klosterman will just be completely out of reach, as is Lacroix. Josh, why do you support Lille and not Strasbourg? Because, I mean, I know that for those, a little context for you guys who don't know, I did a DNA test a while ago, and it showed that my family came from the Strasbourg area, which is super cool, but it was also bordering like Stuttgart, I believe, and I'm pretty confident my family, well, I know my family came from Germany, and back then Strasbourg was a part of Germany, so I still think my relatives way back then came more from the Germany side than Strasbourg, but simply, I don't know, I've never supported Strasbourg. I think it's cool that my family might have come from Strasbourg, but I support Lille because I liked them years and years ago when Hazard was on the team. Always did player modes back in like FIFA 10 with Hazard playing on Lille, and now Jonathan David, who's one of probably is my favorite Canadian player. So he plays for Lille, so it just made me like them a little bit more. So yeah, so my League One team is Lille, and also in Canada, it's almost impossible to watch a Strasbourg game. So what's the point of liking a team that you can't watch? I can watch every Lille game on One Soccer. So that is why I like Lille more than Strasbourg, and that's why Lille is my Ligue 1 team. I heard BVB wants Kier. That would be a good idea. He's a center back and played right back too. Luka, interesting. I have not heard anything of that. I know PSG want to get rid of him because of the signing of Ramos. I mean, they've already given away his number. He's now wearing number 24. However, I don't know with the Schalke links. I mean, he obviously came from Schalke to PSG. I don't know if we'll get him, but yeah, he would be a good look. He can play center back and can play right back. I don't see it happening, but if you have any links to that, let me know. Because I haven't read anything on that, Luca. So if you want to send me a message on Twitter, TV_JJD, I will look into the link if you saw one. Because yeah, he would be a good option, but I just don't see it with the Schalke links that he would go to Dortmund. I heard that Bayern are looking at him as well. Is Delaney leaving? As far as I have read, I have a feeling that he might. I feel like if there's a player that could leave that would bring in a good chunk of change, unfortunately right now it's Thomas Delaney, but it's still up in the air. We'll have to see. Sell Schultz back to Hoffenheim. I would be okay with that. But yes, yeah, from PSG. But yeah, send me the link, my man, and I can pull it up here on Twitter if you have it. Germany ain't even in the top 10 for FIFA rankings, but Portugal is 4th. This means Germany has to be in the 2nd or but no FIFA does trash ratings. All German players belong to Bayern. It's written in the stars. Sam, how you doing? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. If you're talking about Sabitzer, he's Austrian. If you're talking about Kier, maybe, but yeah, I mean, if you are talking about Sabitzer, not German. Here's a Schalke boy. It won't happen. You get it, my man. Jon Snow gets it. Jon Snow gets it. Since Bayern has lost 2 out of their 3 preseason friendlies, do you think BVB's year to claim the title back? Interesting question. I don't know. Now, I like to stress, guys, preseason games don't matter. They don't. There's just because, I mean, we've had a couple of poor preseason matches. So is Bayern. I like seeing that they lost a few of their preseason matches. Doesn't look like the team's quite hit the ground running, but I still do think this is a good opportunity. This is the season. If Dortmund are going to do anything in the Bundesliga, this is the season it'll happen. So they need to figure out a way to get it going, and hopefully Bayern trip up. But I do personally think that there's a good chance, man. I really do. It would be a miracle if we get money for Schultz with his stats. Yes. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. That's why I'm assuming it'd be a loan deal. Ideally, we get something for him. Some way, shape, or form, we get him. But we'll have to see. Josh, who do you have for our 4th center back? Right now, my depth charts, and guys, let me know. In the comments right now, I will read them all out loud. Let me know your depth charts. Just the top 4 for Dortmund. Your top 4 center backs for Dortmund right now. Mine would be Hummels. And I'm everyone fit. Everyone fit. So Hummels, Akanji. And it's interesting, though, because like Zagadou, obviously, I don't want to count him right now because he's going to be out for a few months. I'm not counting Chan as a center back because I don't trust him in a back 4. So, I mean, he can be useful in the outside center back, but I'm not going to count him. So, ooh, or maybe I should. Because otherwise, I mean, it's Papadopoulos and it's Maloney. Because Collins has got the injury. Koulibaly hasn't had any looks right now at the main squad. So, I mean, I guess you could go, because for right now, it's going to be those 4. Maloney, Papadopoulos. So, if Halstenberg comes in, or if we decide to play Chan back there, or if we get a healthy Zagadou, at some point it'll probably go Hummels, Akanji, one of those 3 I just mentioned, and then Papadopoulos for my 4th. So, but right now, Maloney and Papadopoulos are in the links. I want to ask how Schultz managed to scam himself 100K a week. He came off a good season with Hoffenheim. He played very, very well. He got into the German national team. He got a lot of good options from around the Bundesliga. Dortmund bit. And then Guerrero decided to become the player he is today, and that is why Schultz has struggled so much. Schultz earns more than Guerrero. I don't think any other Bundesliga team can afford him. No, but like I said, guys, we could do a couple things. I mean, a loan covering some of his wages is a realistic option. And also, take a look at some of Hertha's previous transfers, guys. Hertha Berlin, I can't remember who did the shout out for Hertha. Hertha aren't afraid to drop some money. They thought that they were a team that can compete with the best. They went out and spent a good chunk of money. They may see Schultz as an option. They're not going to pay him what he's making at Dortmund, but if Schultz wants to play, fight for his German national career, maybe he looks to move on. But I do agree the likely scenario is that we get him out on loan. What will happen if all injured center backs come back? We can't buy more of them. So our injured center backs coming back would be, it would be basically just Zagadou. We still have young Koulibaly, Collins, but I mean, there's other teams, the other Dortmund teams that they could play for. So I mean, the big issue for them is as Zagadou comes back, which won't be for a few months, and there's no guarantee he'll be healthy. Klosterman was a Dortmund player, and he left for game time. It's a shame. It's a shame. What's your opinion on Messi probably not re-signing with Barca? I think that's hilarious. And I think if Barca have any common sense, they would not sign Messi. And I know it sounds crazy, but there's such a poorly run club right now, man. Such a poorly run club. It's ridiculous. They couldn't even register Depay or Emerson or Garcia or any of the players, Aguero. They can't afford Messi. And if there's an excuse to get the Barca fans to understand why Messi didn't re-sign, it's like, hey, we cannot afford him. We have dug ourselves a big hole. We can't even sign the players we did sign. I think they will figure out a way to get it done, but I really think the best thing for Barca is to let Messi walk. I know it sounds stupid, but at some point you're going to have to take care of the club before suffering and getting Messi in there. But Sam knows because Jonathan David plays for Lille. And that is very true, and that's a big reason why I've liked them a lot more. But I did always like Lille because of Hazard. Eden Hazard is one of my all-time favorite players. I watched him a lot at Lille. I did watch him a good chunk at Chelsea. He is a special player. It's a shame seeing what he's become at Madrid. But when he earned that Chelsea move, man, he earned that Chelsea move because he was phenomenal in Liga. I supported Nantes back in the day. Interesting. Not a bad team. So survived relegation. Why can't we just buy Sabitzer so Bayern don't get him? I'd rather sell Delaney, Brandt, and buy Sabitzer if we're going for him. Excellent question, my man. The big issue is because we couldn't shift those players out. We don't need Sabitzer. It's very true. We do not need Sabitzer whatsoever. He's not. I mean, he would help this team, but we have depth in those positions. We have Brandt, we have Gio, we have Dahoud, we have Bellingham. He's not going to play in the defensive side of things, so selling Delaney isn't a like for like. You'd probably have to see Brandt go out to get Sabitzer. We couldn't flip him, and we couldn't also Brandt didn't want to go. So, I mean, that's the reason I want to talk about Sabitzer today, is because the big issue was we were at one point linked to him, but we didn't need him. And because we looked elsewhere, now Bayern is going to snap him up for a steal of a deal. If it is around that 20 million mark, it's a great deal for Sabitzer. Reuniting him with Nagelsmann, it's nothing but good things for Bayern. But yeah, the reason we didn't pull the trigger is we didn't need him in that position, and we need to spend money elsewhere. And dropping 20 million on a player without shifting Brandt out made no sense. I don't have Twitter, bro. What about Instagram? If you have Instagram, Luca, send it right. Go find me on Instagram. I'm curious because I do think he's a good fit, but I just don't think that it'd be a legitimate one. I support Marseille. Kyle Larin has been linked slightly to Marseille, so you might have another Canadian over there. My dad used to see UEFA Champions League matches because they showed them in the military school campus, and most of the matches were Nantes. So he supports Nantes, although I like BVB, I support Nantes and Ligue 1. Very cool, my man. That's why I always like hearing different teams you guys support. It's always interesting to see how you found a team or why you support a team, or even follow a team. Like, I follow Lille. They're not my favorite team, but they're my favorite Ligue 1 team. I follow them. Looking forward to the game Saturday? I am. What do you guys think? Do you think that Mullen starts? Do you think that Mullen starts this Saturday? And also, guys, if you are just joining us, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Always really appreciated. We're getting close to 5K. And appreciate all the love you guys have shown. So with our depth chart here, we have Hummels, Akanji, Chan, maybe Halstenberg, and if we buy him, we could pretty much play it anywhere. Well said, Riley. Well said. Maloney is decent. I think Papadopoulos would stay up before Maloney did. Hummels, Akanji, Zagadou, Maloney. I want to see Papadopoulos prove himself against stronger opposition. For me, I rate him above Zagadou. Interesting. So Demiral went to Atalanta. Who will we sign now? I think we should bring Dalio back. He's a center back and plays left back. But honestly, Luca, both of those options are legitimate. PSG do not need Dalio and they don't need Carrot. Both of them would be fit for Dortmund because both are versatile, can play as left back and right back when needed, as well as depth in the middle. Issue is we'd probably have to get them on a loan, which isn't a big deal. But the more realistic one is that we're going to sign Halstenberg. That is the rumors I'm linking. Now, getting one of those two, I'm not against it. They're both young, playing at a competitive level. Dalio was a player that was at Dortmund. Got to watch him score a goal live. Wouldn't be too bad to have him come back. But yeah, the number one option right now to answer our left back / center back issues is Halstenberg. It looks like we're going to just buy him outright, and he'll be useful at center back, outside left center back, and left back. They did waste a lot of money on Piontek. They did, man. Hertha is not afraid to spend money. So I could see Schultz. If we're going to sell Schultz, I could really only see him joining Hertha. Otherwise, it'll probably be a loan. I says, what's up? Not much, my man. Hope you're doing good. We need pace in defense. We do. And that's why the big issue I have with Halstenberg is he's got not a lot of pace. That's why we all wanted St. Juste to come in, but it's just not looking like an option, man. I just read an article that said Atletico are interested in Berkey. I read that too. I read it in a few legitimate sources. However, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I mean, unless Berkey has decided himself that he wants to become a backup, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yo, Josh, if you wondered why Atletico wanted Berkey, it's because the Croatian backup wants more game time, thus wants to leave Atleti. That's what I read as well, and I actually read that Lille are linked to him. So it seems like the Croatian backup will head over to Lille, compete for a starting job there, and Berkey will go to Atletico to be a backup. I just assumed Berkey would want minutes, but if he's happy with being a backup, well, then there you go. White's center back depth chart is Hummels, Akanji, Zagadou, Chan, and our young players like Koulibaly, Maloney. And that's probably what the correct depth chart is, except, like I said, I mean, I don't trust Chan whatsoever in a back four. Zagadou's injured for a few months. And right now, our depth chart is Hummels, Akanji, Papadopoulos, Maloney. So Halstenberg could make an impact there. Barca might be screwed no matter what they do. You're spot on, man. You're spot on. But imagine City getting Messi. I think it's crazy if Barca can't afford him, but I think it's good for Barca if they can't. I'm sorry, but I think Dortmund will finish 6th in the table. Gladbach will win the Bundesliga. Our defense is weak. That won't happen. Not a chance. In my opinion, Dortmund will probably finish 2nd. But I do think that they can compete for the title. Gladbach will not win the league. But I do see Gladbach finishing towards the top 4, 4th or 5th. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But you guys are going crazy right now in the chat. I might have to skip down. Sabitzer would be the biggest waste of money in my opinion. He'd cost 15. It's not like it's a waste of money, but it's money we don't have to spend. I haven't read any of the Matthias Cunha links to Dortmund. I have to see those, but he wouldn't be a bad one, man. Messi is officially free. I just hope he doesn't go to Bayern or PSG. Imagine Messi to Juve. Oh my god. Bro, where are you guys looking at this? Is it official that Messi leaves Barca, or I read something wrong? I just got a OneFootball notification that says end of era. Barca announces Messi will not return. I was literally just speaking of that like 10 seconds ago. That's insane. Barca have just announced Messi will not return. OneFootball. Damn, man. Let's go to Twitter. See if I can find something here. Barcelona's official website is down. Damn. Wow. All right. Well, I'm freaking out. That was interesting, man. Who do you buy for a winger? Messi, man. Damn. I mean, I was literally talking about it not even 2 minutes ago when you guys asked me that, and I said it'd be best for probably everyone if Barca let Messi walk. To get Aguero, to get Emerson, to get the teams going. Hot take. I think Messi should leave Barca. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Damn. Producer T says that Footmob also announced it. Messi is leaving Barca. That is insane. That is insane, man. Wow. Easy. Barca should sign Lingardino. I don't know about that. That is surprising, but honestly, it's very weird that they actually let it happen, but it needed to happen. Barca is one of the worst run clubs in the world right now, and they need to figure out a way to basically balance their books, get the players that they registered in, and Messi is in the middle of that, man. And Barca's Twitter announced it. That's crazy. Damn, man. Damn. I can't even think right now. A lot of anger going on in Barca. We got a little off off track right now. All right. Well, I feel like we should end the stream and just bring it back up with a messy one. I don't know, producer T, are you in the chat? Can we pull that off? Because I don't know, man. I can't even focus right now. I can't believe that Messi's not gonna resign. I said I didn't think he was going to resign, or I thought he was gonna end up resigning, and the best thing would be this stream has gone a different road. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. EA just announced the career mode trailer, by the way. Yeah, producer, you can set that up. All right, you know what? Guys, I'm just gonna go collect my thoughts and go talk about Messi because I'm just genuinely in shock. So, producer T is gonna go set that up. Okay, guys, I will see you in probably like 5 minutes. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and hopefully, see you in a couple minutes. Because, yeah, the conversation just got taken away, man. We can't talk about anything else. If you have a green thing on your name, it means you're a member of the channel. Like my boy right here. Big old member supporting the channel. A little shell shock, but so am I, man. Trying to catch my breath. I'm going to go down right now. We'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Drop a like on your way out. And, yeah, see you in hopefully like 5.